a world where laughter was king. When everything you know was wrong.
We are fighting the fake news.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Let's set some boundaries with a spoiled control freak.
Is that why you're doing this? Well, then get your shit together. All your shit. So it's together.
In a few hours, she'll probably be sane enough to work herself into some sort of towering Jesus-based rage at the hazy recollection of being seduced by some kind of cruel Samoan.
I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of Americans.
Who are these people? These faces? Where do they come from? They look like caricatures of used car dealers from Dallas. And sweet Jesus, there are a hell of a lot of them at 4:30 on a Sunday morning.
And I'm actually back in Dallas. Finally, we fled Northern California, the fires. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But I had an epiphany while I was flying last night. It's 2020.
Uh-oh, Nick Vicious having an epiphany. This is a scary
2020, and it's pretty obvious what happened.
It's a shit show.
Yeah, but do you want to know why? Because I think I figured out why. I think I finally put it all together. It's simple.
Give me your theory.
From my seat, it's really simple. Baby Shark was just an ancient chant that opened a portal to hell. That's what happened.
Yes.
Baby Shark,
Baby Shark,
I have to thank my brother and my sister-in-law because I spent last weekend hanging out with my nieces up at a lake in Northern California, and not once did we hear Baby Shark. It would never happen. Like, I don't even think these kids are aware that existed, and I appreciate the parenting involved in that decision. However, they do. The girls do like Paw Patrol, and as I told my brother, you're an adult.
Oh, come on now.
You're an adult. You can say no more Paw Patrol.
Why? Why are you going to hate on the Paw Patrol?
I'm not. Actually, we watched that Shark Boy and Lava Girl thing, and I was like, wait, isn't that the weird kid that became like a wolf later? And the vampire thing?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't know these things. What's the damn movie that everybody loved that was the vampire and the wolf and
Underworld?
No. I know that one.
Oh no, you're thinking the one that should have the one with the sparkly vampires.
Yeah, that's like a freaking
Twilight.
Yeah, that's the one. The kid from Twilight is the
they
kid from
sparkle. So they sparkle.
The kid from Twilight is in the Shark Boy Lava Girl thing. So
the least intimidating vampires ever. I didn't fear a single one of them.
That's what I was saying. The Shark Boy was a wolf in this one, I thought, the Twilight thing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a wolf. You know what I mean? Not a wolf.
Werewolf.
Right. I was going to call him a wolf.
Or in the Underworld universe, it would be called a lichen.
Yeah, I was confused. I was going to say Wolverine, but that was like Schnicky Snikes Wolverine X-Men style. And
Berserker.
My love for you is like a truck berserker. I am one to giving fuck berserker.
Yes.
Olaf,
Thank you.
Olaf, girl, sexy.
Love that. Thank you for restoring my faith in humanity by bringing out a Clerks reference this early in the show. Nonetheless, I think that's a record.
I'm looking.
You know what it was? I triggered you. I triggered you.
Well, I've been in California for the last 2 weeks, so I'm obviously easily triggered. I have to get back into my center. You can't spend more than a couple of weeks in California, otherwise.
Yes, this is true.
I'm from Northern California, and I got to tell you, my heart is just breaking because it was.
You went there and it caught on fire.
Yeah, not
good
fun.
job.
I had nothing.
It's your fault. It's your fault.
Yeah, God was punishing me with a lightning storm that hit like 10,000 lightning strikes up and down.
Yep.
The state.
Well, you kept moving around.
No,
he couldn't find you.
I was in.
He didn't have real-time GPS tracking.
I was at Travis Air Force Base outside of Fairfield, and so anyway, 10,000 lightning strikes, 370 plus fires from those strikes up and down the state. 4 of those merged into what we call complex fires. So they become, it's like fires that start in all these different areas that merge into one big thing that becomes a complex fire. And they had 4 of those. And one of them, and it was like we were in the San Francisco Bay Area, and the smoke was hitting us from Santa Cruz, and it was hitting us from Napa. And then just like this really scary moment on Wednesday, because we spent all day working at Travis Air Force Base, and had I thought the afternoon was going to go the way that it did, I might have been a little more prepared. But I mean, we left our tool bags at Travis because we expected to come back the next day. And I get this.
I take it that didn't happen?
No, it didn't. The base itself was evacuated. From non-mission essential personnel were ordered to evacuate Wednesday night. And we were at our hotel in Suisun City. Actually, it was a really cool hotel. We were right on the harbor. There's this, it's a slough. And what a slough is, most people would kind of understand it as a river. It's basically a big canal. And if you follow this slough, you can get into Grizzly Bay and then Benicia and then into the San Francisco Bay and out to the ocean. So, I mean, you can take a boat from the Suisun Harbor and go out under the Golden Gate and go out into the ocean, right?
Not going to lie, I don't have a fucking clue.
It's okay.
I have not a fucking clue.
It's okay. I'm describing it for people that might know. I'm saying you don't have people that are from California watching, but I do. So they know what I'm talking about.
I feel sorry for them.
Some of them, I also came to the realization while I was traveling that there are 2 kinds of people. There are 2 kinds of people that bitch about California. Those who have never been to California and those who have never left California. Those are like the 2 classes of people that bitch about it. Everybody else is pretty much like, yeah, okay, it's really expensive here. There's some shitty things going on, but have you been to fucking Mississippi? Because I wouldn't. Yeah, no thanks. Have you been to Tennessee? Yeah, Nashville's nice, but even Nashville. Even Nashville is kind of like run down and beat up, and it's like every place.
Nashville has its parts. Yeah,
every place you live, there's positives and negatives, and I can bitch about California. I'm from there, but if you're not from there, how dare you? It's like me bitching about being a Texan. Yeah, there's things I don't like about Texas, but for the most part, it's a great place to live. Same thing with California. There's things I don't like about California, but for the most part, it's a great place to live. Except
it's expensive.
Took the words right out of my mouth. It's really expensive. And
I mean, I was there for just a couple of days in the LA area, and it was so expensive.
Oh yeah, and apparently now,
God.
The winter and summer and climate change have led to this. I've never seen anything like this. This was, I was born just an hour from Travis Air Force Base, and I've spent my whole life living in Northern California, and I have never seen anything like this, and it scared the hell out of me. When we left the base, we came out Air Base Parkway onto I-80, which I found out about 2.5 hours after we left that they had closed I-80, not Air Base Parkway, but the interstate. They closed it at Air Base.
Oh yeah,
Parkway,
I heard about that.
because the fire had jumped from one side of the hill across the freeway, and that's why they closed Travis, because now it's running towards the main gate, it's running towards the hospital. And they evacuated the families because base housing's on that side of the facility, of the base, basically. And so we're watching all of this from our hotel. We can see the smoke on the other side of the hill at this point. And we go up to the 3rd and to the 4th floor of the hotel, and we look out. And the hill is burning, and I can see it. I mean, when you're measuring your distance from a fire in yards, that is too close.
That's too fucking close.
And so my partner Steve and I, we didn't sleep much that night, and we got up the next day. Well, actually, my project manager found out that Travis, our project managers in Florida, so they were out earlier than we were on the West Coast. So by the time I found out that the base was closed at like 9:00, it was midnight in Florida. And project manager didn't get up until he woke me up at 4 a.m. Of course, I was sleeping lightly anyway. He's like, hey, we're pulling you guys out. get ready to go to the airport in the morning. And I'm like, hey man, my tools are stuck at Travis. He goes, well, you're going to go back in a week. So just leave them. We'll deal with it. So we took a flight out Thursday at noon ish. And I got back into Dallas at 9:30, 11 o'clock, whatever, 10 o'clock, whatever time it was here.
And how was your time at LAX?
I hate LAX. I just hate it. I hate Los Angeles in general.
Flew in and out of there once, and I hated it both ways.
It's like
just getting in there was a pain in the ass. It took an hour and a half to go 7 miles on whatever freaking freeway that is that leads up to
driving through
it.
LA. Yeah, I'm not a fan of.
I didn't drive. I took a fucking Uber. Screw that.
I'm just not a fan of LA. I like in Southern California. I'm much more of a San Diego guy. I love San Diego. LA is just not really my bag, man. So yeah.
Not even West Hollywood?
WeHo is fun. It's fun to visit. I bought a turtle there once. I did. I bought a turtle and an Armani belt. I did. It was Armani exchange.
Made of the turtle's relatives.
No. Those are totally unrelated things. The turtle and the belt were not related.
Oh, okay. You sure?
I'm positive. I wanted, I bought a little turtle in a bag and a belt. I was
turtle.
I'm just shut up. I'm just telling you that's my West Hollywood story. Actually, no. Were they in West Hollywood? Or was this in San Diego? It must have been San Diego. I had a friend in San Diego who had a porn house. And I mean like you had to sign a waiver before you could go inside, just in case there was any fucking.
Sounds like my kind of place.
So, yeah, it was a gay porn house. That sounds great for you.
Oh, never mind.
They love you, big boy. Come on.
Well, you didn't say that to begin with, you asshole.
No, I mean you should.
That is straight up your alley.
Hey. No, we're not going to talk.
You were asking for it.
We are not going to talk about that Black Marine. I'm not going to go there today.
Okay. Well, that's what, next episode?
Yeah, it's a teaser. I don't know. Is there a story
you gotta
there?
Let it breathe a little.
Is there a story there? Is there not?
You gotta let it breathe.
You have to find out. So speaking of letting it breathe.
By the way, got to call you out on something really quick
now.
While we're doing this. You shaved your head, but now it's all kind of growing back.
Well, the whole purpose of shaving the head was for it to grow back. That was the whole purpose. And actually, I didn't shave the head. What happened was I bought.
Whoa! You didn't shave your head?
What happened was I bought a new trimmer, and it's a little different.
Were you testing it and you slipped and said, "Screw it, I'll just do the rest"?
Actually, that was exactly what happened. And I started over here, and I was like, and it got shaved her down to the wood, boys. And I'm going, well, fucking what's done is done. So just get her. I was so fed up.
I got to even it out. Hold on.
I was so fed up, and then I may have been drinking. I was so fed up with the look of the long, scraggly hair that I just, once I started, it was like a can of Pringles. Once you pop, you just can't stop.
So you gave yourself your own COVID cut, and you screwed it up so bad. Because I know
how fast it grows back, so I knew it was going to grow back quickly and repair itself. So
you call that quickly?
Yeah. Bro, this was like I said, skin.
Yeah. It's a shame we didn't record an episode while you were completely bald. I guess we'll just have to put up a still image.
You're going to edit this week's show, so you do what you want.
Again?
Yeah, again. Listen to this guy. Again. You mean you had to sit there while I used your computer to edit the last. I'm going to go back to my trailer. We did 15 minutes already. I could be done if you'd like.
Go, you diva.
That way it's a short edit for you, you fucking whiny bitch. You know what? Good.
Just pile this on top of all the other shit I got.
Well, here's the thing: is that unlike
I got another podcast video to cut. I got two other podcasts to edit. Got another podcast to edit. Just throw it all. It's all.
Unlike some people in the industry.
Not like I don't have enough.
Are you done? Do you want me to send the?
Well, hey, you
boy.
got to empty
boy.
your purse about
Boy,
California.
do you want me to send a ambulance your way?
Shut up.
Okay. At least.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
At least on our show, we're openly hostile. Well, I don't give a fuck what you want most of the time. And you know that. And that's why I love you, because you still keep showing up for more. The problem with Ellen DeGeneres is that all of the bullshit at her show was behind this I'm a fucking great person facade. And I'm very just
Yeah. You can't be hypocritical like that and get away with it now.
No, and she totally got called out. And I got to tell you, they are following. I don't know if you know the story. So Ellen was accused of being
just a general bitch.
And her producers were accused of being dickheads. And basically, there are certain people in the media, and we happen to have worked for at least one of them. I've known several over the years. They get to this level of prominence, and they truthfully believe that they are entitled to treat the people around them any fucking way they want. And what I mean is that, you know how you have a bad day and you feel like taking it out on somebody else? That is 24/7 with these people. And on top of it, they think they own you because, well, you would be nothing without them. And they don't realize they're fucking nothing without you. It takes a hell of a lot of people to put together a TV show. And the Ellen producers, the executive producers, along with Ellen, were accused of exactly that, of just being terrible people to work for. They used their positions to intimidate, to just to screw with people and make them miserable. I don't think it was sexual. I didn't get that vibe from the story. Did you?
No, I didn't get anything sexual from it, but the thing that I took away the most was the story that I saw where they said that, every day they'll pick one person to hate on, and they'll just absolutely hate you, and they'll make you feel like shit.
They'll just and it was like a coordinated thing. That's terrible.
But they said that Ellen will pick a person, which I don't necessarily buy it.
I don't necessarily not see. That's the thing. I don't necessarily not buy it, because how do these people that work for you? Here's the thing. Like, if I'm Ellen, somebody's going to tell me all this stuff's going on. Like, I'm not.
You would hope.
If they didn't, then she's totally at fault anyway for like being a steward of that kind of environment. I don't care. I don't believe that she didn't know. And if she did know, then she obviously condoned it or didn't care, or more than likely just didn't care.
Well, I'm just saying that I don't think she was the person that said, okay, go hate that guy today. Go hate Nick Vicious today. Go hate.
I don't know.
Because
like I said,
and then the next day, go hate Rob Rotten.
That's tough. I don't know. Anyway, the three of the senior producers, Ed Glavin, Kevin Lehman, and Jonathan Norman, have been fired from Warner Brothers entirely. And this is what we call a crisis script. Ellen probably gave, there are a number of media firms that do this kind of work. She probably walked in with a bag of cash, and I'm thinking along the lines of,
at least 7 digits?
No. We're talking more like 150,000 to manage this event to start with. And basically they come in and they say, okay, here's how it works. People hate you. And if you want to keep your show, you don't want to be run off TV, here's how you do it. And so the first thing that they did is Ellen hosted this internal meeting, this Zoom call, where they all talked about...
Which honestly, no, a Zoom call is not going to get the job done on this. I'm sorry.
Well, kind of tough. Kind of tough to do anything else right now with the COVID stuff the way it is. But so this was her way of. This was the start, the Zoom call, right? And we apologize, and I didn't know this was going on, and there's going to be changes, and we're going to blah 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 blah. Standard script, and I guarantee you, everything that she said was likely delivered to her by somebody from this PR firm. A set of script.
Oh, yeah.
Not only that, but they do things like plant employees to ask specific questions that are already pre-answered. So for you to watch this thing and believe that it's genuine, it's not. It's being managed by a PR firm, because the very next step is what we've seen this week, was where the producers get fired. So now we're scapegoating somebody else. Here's what happens after this. After this, we're going to see Ellen. And it may be a month, and there may be a little bit of time in between these events now, but we're going to see her make the rounds on television. and she's going to go on an apology tour. And it's going to be specifically geared and engineered so that Ellen is sitting down talking to people that are friendly to Ellen, right? It's going to be soft. And that's next. And that's how she gets out of losing her show, because this is like the Me Too era. People are, it's just not acceptable to treat people this way. And she got caught.
Yeah, she did. And it's great because, I mean, people like us, I mean, we've worked behind the scenes on numerous shows, numerous large national shows, right? And we've been subjected to this type of behavior from the talent.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I won't, and even to this day, I won't name them by name, because on the off chance they come and see this stupid little podcast, they're, I could get sued even now for saying who it was. And so I don't, we're cautious about that.
Yeah, but I mean, we've lived through something similar to this. Not obviously not on that grand of a scale, because we didn't have that type of staffing, but we've been through it, and it really wreaks havoc on you. So I'm really happy to see.
Killed me. I almost died from it. That's why
You saw
the end of that. You know why I left radio. You saw how my health had deteriorated. I almost died in a hallway we were working in.
Yeah, I'm on 2 different medications that I wasn't on a few years ago.
Right. So we get it. There's a price to be paid for some of this, and these people, they can be abusive, so it's tough. And I'm sorry, but I believe every word of the staff of Ellen at this point, and I can't say that she's not wrong, because I'm watching this PR playbook kind of roll out here, and again, it reeks of I'm guilty, but I don't want to lose my show, so what the hell do I do?
Well, and I'm sure that the network doesn't want her to lose her show, because they had a shit ton of advertisers. The show was making bukus of money, had great ratings all the way around, so you don't want to lose the cash cow.
See, here's the difference. You can hire the PR firm to manage the crisis and keep your show, or you can do what Jerry Falwell Jr. did, which is just double down and get yourself fired. He is.
Oh my God, that was the strangest damn thing.
Did you see the picture?
Oh yeah.
It says, quote, "More vacation shots. Lots of good friends visit us on the yacht. I promise that's just black water in my glass. It was a prop only." While he stands here with his pants unbuttoned next to some,
with a woman
that's not. Is he married?
Yes, that he is married. That's his wife's assistant who was pregnant. It was supposed to, he was like, oh, it's one of those pregnancy type photos. Dude, you are in a photo as a married man with a woman, another woman that's pregnant. That's not with a woman that's not your wife. What in the fuck are you thinking?
And so he went on to VLNI, which is a radio station in Lynchburg, Virginia. And that's what he said. But I want to give you the quote, because we need to unpack this here. He says, she's pregnant, so she couldn't. This is a direct quote from the station. She's pregnant, so she couldn't get her pants up. And I had on a pair of jeans that I hadn't worn in a long time, so I couldn't get mine zipped either. And so I just put my belly out like hers. Okay. Jerry. What? How did the pants, why did you leave your room with the pants unzipped? You know what I mean? Like, okay, I buy that maybe you have.
You didn't have swim trunks or something with you on the yacht?
Well, I buy that maybe the pants don't fit, but why are you wandering around with your pants unzipped? I know I don't leave the house with my shorts unzipped, and so maybe she's pregnant. I get it. They make pregnancy clothes. This is such.
Now, mind you, I am doing this podcast pantsless.
Yeah, but you're not on Instagram like that. You and I aren't posing.
See, that's the thing. It's all
posing next to each other with our pants undone. That fucking says something, right? Thank you. I'm not going to pose with my pants undone next to you, because he's just an asshole. And I'm glad. Anyway, other evangelical leaders like Colby Garman, who was the Southern Baptist Convention of Virginia, echoed Walker's call to Falwell to step down. That's Mark Walker. He's a Southern Baptist minister, former Liberty University instructor, and that's what Falwell does. He's the head of the Liberty University, which is a fucking scam. I guess. I mean, how do you?
I'm not going to judge whether or not the university is a scam or not. I mean, I haven't dug into that and done the research to find out. I will say that I do know that they spend millions of dollars to put their name on a race car every year with William Byron as a driver.
Do they really?
So, yeah. Oh, yeah. The number 24 in the NASCAR Cup Series. It's got a half primary sponsorship with Liberty University.
I don't know how I feel about that. I do know they've been sued.
I mean, there's other schools that do it too. I'm not, so that's how I said. I don't know if they're a scam. I mean,
Well, I do know they've been sued. So,
well, name a school that hasn't.
the students are seeking refunds over fees for services the university said they would provide, but they don't. I don't know. I just maybe I'm tremendously
Okay.
Well, no, maybe.
But back to Falwell. We're getting caught up in the Liberty University. Now,
As do the
Falwell.
students, they get caught.
I mean, think about it. When you're in a position like that, you really have to think consciously about your public image as well as your private
Right.
image. And it's called self-censorship.
Right.
You might want to learn what that is and how
Seriously.
to do it. I mean, I don't go and put my every thought or every picture up on social media because some people don't need to see that
Sure,
stuff.
a little too extra for some people.
Namely employers.
Right. And like in my case, my Facebook profile does not list my current employer. You can't find it through them. I am legally named something different than under the names that I broadcast with and under my social media names. So my employer knows another guy entirely. Sorry to fucking lay that on you that my real name's not actually Nick Vicious. Yeah, you're a big shock, right? And the idea is that when I worked in San Francisco, I worked on a national show. We had an open parking garage and it had my fucking name on it. Well, if you wanted to come and fuck with the show, like when we're talking shit about terrorists, I'd be a pretty easy target because you could find my car in the open garage. And I lived in Berlin as a kid where they used to put the mirror on the fucking cart underneath the car to make sure there weren't bombs attached to it. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I take a few precautions. I don't need nut jobs showing up in my house because of something that we said. So,
Yeah, exactly.
Sherry Falwell maybe should learn some of that. Hey, you know who's in jail?
Oh God, no,
Please?
no. America's hottest aunt.
She's a bitch. Lori Laughlin.
I don't care. Just look at her, okay?
Should I feel bad because she's...
Justice for Becky. Justice for Becky. Justice for Becky. Justice for Becky. Ants' lives matter. Ants' lives matter.
They pleaded guilty to a fraud, admitting conspiracy that took part in a scheme. They paid $500,000 to facilitate admission
Who cares?
to USC for the those of us that are like trying to get in on grades, and these people that have stupid children.
Look, that doesn't happen, okay?
These people that have stupid children that are going to run the fucking world anyway because Lori Laughlin paid USC $500,000 to get her brain dead, knuckle dragging moron children into college instead of Einstein.
Hey, she's a parent who was wanting the best for her children.
Then make them smart. Make them do their fucking homework, and then they can get into
Isn't that
USC
what-
on their own. It works for
Isn't
Asian
that what parents do?
It works for Asian parents.
I love Chinese people too, but come on.
She's relatively smart and successful. So is her husband. Make them do the work. What's the problem? Why should you get to put your kid at the head of the line because you can pay for it? Do it like everybody else does, legally. Buy a building and put your name on it. There are ways around this.
Oh, so the difference between how she did it and how Dr. Dre did it was he put his name up on a building. She just paid a guy. Okay.
So see, and
Yeah.
here's what's wrong about it. The guy benefited. When you buy a building on a campus, everybody wins. And Lori Laughlin, shame on you. Shame on you and all these other stupid parents.
It wasn't her idea. It was the husband's.
Shame on Guillermo. You're going to jail. Well, that's why
I'm
he's
pinning
going
it
to
on
jail
him.
for longer.
I'm pinning it
That's
on
why
him.
she's going to jail for longer than or that's why he's going to jail. For
And think
longer
about
than
it.
he is.
She got worse than Felicity Huffman, who was caught up in the same shit.
No, well, that's because she was fighting the thing the whole way. And that's probably a lot
Well,
of it.
and by a longer sentence, I mean 30 days longer.
She
So
said,
it's not like
she said, "I'm truly, profoundly, and deeply sorry. I'm ready to face the consequences and make amends. She's due to surrender to authorities in November."
yeah. Oh, you know, Hallmark Channel dropped
And I'll
her.
say,
so.
and I'm going to say this in honor of my good friend Bob Crowley, who's not with us anymore. He used to say this all the time, and I thought it was really funny. What Bob Crowley would say to Lori Laughlin: "Bicycle."
Yes. Yes, this is true. I have heard him say that numerous times.
Man. Okay, so that's all I got. What do you got? You got anything you want to talk about, or can we wrap this bitch up today?
And I mean, I got stuff I could talk about. It's just a matter of how depressed do I want to get myself?
How depressed?
Because, you know, well, I mean, we're already kind of depressed, but the problem is, you know, it's one of those things
Well,
where
now I got to know.
Okay, so you opened up the show talking about just how 2020 has been just a total shit show,
Yes.
right? It's
Either
been,
Baby
it's been
Shark
terrible
or all
the way
those
around.
people that were balancing the brooms. They fucked up the chi of the planet. Something has gone
Yeah.
catastrophically wrong.
Yeah, and now as if 2020 wasn't bad enough with the COVID and the this and the that and somebody radio or something Hall of Fame, something blah blah blah, baseball no fans, race whatever. We have a true crisis on our hands, people, and I cannot stress this
I know,
crisis
but
enough.
you should have been prepared for this. Are there not cases and cases in your garage?
We in the Rotten House, we are prepared.
I'm glad.
Okay. I'm not usually a nutbag that will prepare for things like doomsday.
Yeah, there's
by
no
going out and buying a whole bunch of
there's
dried
no
food.
dried food at his house. There's not
No.
5-gallon containers of water. There's no
No.
extra animal food. However,
That's at the in-laws' house. But you know,
covered
everybody's
the
been going on
important-
about
you have the important.
yes, priorities. Okay, it's all about priorities in life. All right, and while people are really missing college football and knowing that it's just not going to happen this year. I mean, there are a couple of people I work with that are devastated about college football. Oh my God. BYU isn't going to be able to play. Nebraska's not going to be able to play.
Jim
No.
is going to live. I promise.
There's the true crisis of 2020. We are running out of Dr. Pepper, folks. What in the world? Texas's #1 export is disappearing.
How many flavors are in 21 flavors?
23 flavors of life.
I have to admit,
There's a shortage.
I gotta admit,
And it's hit close to home. There's stores in Rockwell that are out right now. This is the worst. I mean, 2020, can you not let us catch a break of any kind?
so when you edit this later, can you just make sure to play Sarah McLachlan underneath it?
Look, everywhere you go, everywhere you look, Dr. Pepper cans are disappearing from the stores.
Or post office boxes, but I'm a little more.
Who cares about the post office
I
boxes? Okay, honestly, who uses the United States Postal Service
do,
anymore?
but I don't know that I've used a post office box in a long time.
How often do you use the USPS?
Often I get things shipped in and out of town. I get mail that's usually attacking me or asking me to pay some bill I want to avoid.
Yeah, those don't count.
I use the post office as much as I use UPS and FedEx. So it's, anyway.
Okay, so that's one of us.
Again, I don't know that I've used the post office box in a long time. I'm still
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
but I guarantee you the stuff that people ship to me comes in a post. They like drop it off at a post office box. I would imagine.
Yeah, see?
So somebody involved in the process is using the damn thing. I don't know.
So
anyway, you're going to be okay.
But
Dr.
hey.
Pepper. I was going to say, I'm not a big soda fan, but since moving to Texas, I've kind of, Dr. Pepper's my favorite. I'm not going to, and they have at Whataburger, they have a Dr. Pepper shake.
Oh, that thing is so good.
I'm not going to lie. It's the best thing ever.
Oh, God. Yes, it is. Now, see, here's the thing. Looking at Dr. Pepper's social media, this tells me that it's really a true crisis because they tweeted out on August 10th, "We know it's harder to find Dr. Pepper these days. We're working on it. Hang tight." Note, this applies to all flavors of Dr. Pepper, including our newest permanent addition to the family, Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
Do you think it's possible?
Which I don't know if you've tried that, but it's good.
Do you think it's possible this is just like a marketing ploy?
No,
you don't think so?
because I have actually seen it gone from stores.
So the pandemic has claimed toilet paper and Dr. Pepper. Oh, God, it's a strange time to be alive on the planet, isn't it? It's a strange time. So anyway.
Look, this is a crisis, Nick. All right? This is a crisis.
There's no T on the end of that. He's so upset he's adding extra letters to words now.
Yes.
It's a crisis.
I mean,
crisis.
It's a crisis. Christ, it's a crisis.
Oh, man.
I mean, think about
Dr.
it. If
Float,
I do not have
Dr. Pepper float sounds pretty bomb. I'm not going to lie.
If I do not have my Dr. Pepper in the morning, it's like most normal people's first cup of coffee in the morning. Yeah. If I don't have that, there will be lines and rows of bodies lining 635 as I drive from the country to Las Colinas. There will be bodies strewn across 635.
Oh, man. Well,
and the people I work with will not be able to deal with me, as I will not be able to operate as a human being. So if they cross me and they piss me off, I cannot be held responsible for what may happen.
When are you ever held responsible for anything that you do? Ever. Yeah.
That's true.
So I'm going back.
White privilege, baby.
Wow. That's Rob. That's all you. I'm not going to associate with this because then I'm going to get in trouble.
Yes, you are.
Anyway, I'm only going to be in Dallas for a week, and then I'm headed back out to California. So we'll
maybe it won't be on fire.
Well,
by the time
that
you
is
get back.
the idea, right? To hopefully show back up and be able to breathe. Hey, it was a good thing I had a mask with me already because.
Oh, that's right. You went prepared.
What a disaster.
By coincidence.
Okay, well, it's Taco Friday, I think. It's Taco Weekend.
Is that a thing?
It can be. Tacos are good any day of the week, bud. So I'm going to go make some tacos.
Pink tacos,
I'm going to make Rob edit the show, and we'll see you next time. Yeah?
Yeah. It's the Dudes from Dallas. I'm Rob Rotten.
I'm Nick Vicious, and we will see you next time. Remember, no more with the fucking baby shark. God damn it.
Baby shark, baby shark. See it?
Maybe it'll close.
That thing is.
We're trying to close the portal now. No, let's spin it backwards. I heard that works.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Do we have a flux capacitor?
No, but you can order. Let me see. What is it? You go on to AutoZone. Let me find the thing. You order the 121G on. So yeah, right. So if you go into O'Reilly or AutoZone, you search the part number 121G for 1.21 gigawatts, and you will come back with the flux capacitor. That's knowledge. That is knowledge you won't get anywhere else. It's strictly here on the Dudes from Dallas. See you next time. Later. But damn it, we fucked up the ending again.
Make your move.